Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we are going to be taking a look at the total 3 altcoin market cap chart and we're going to see where it might be headed, and we will cover both bullish and bearish scenarios as well, just to simply cover all of the possibilities. Now, for those of you who love trading crypto and would like to try out the same exchange that I use on a daily basis, feel free to go ahead and try out the Blowfin exchange here with the link in the video description down below this video. I personally love this exchange because they allow anybody from anywhere to be able to sign up and trade crypto futures. So if you're from the United States like I am and you want to trade crypto futures, you can do it right here on the Blowfin exchange. All right, guys, so we are going to go ahead and we are going to take a look at the total 3 chart, and we are going to see if it's possible for altcoins to recover here and what it's going to take and where the market is currently going as of right now. But we are only going to look at the macro time or the macro time frames, because that's typically all that matters here. All right, so we are going to go ahead and start out with the weekly and see what we've got going on here. So the one thing that I want to point out here on the weekly chart is, hold on, let me go ahead and get rid of my EMAs here. The one thing I want to point out here on the weekly chart is obviously we have not gone anywhere near as high as we did in the 2021 cycle. 21 cycle, we reached all the way up towards $1.13 trillion for a crypto total market cap, basically altcoin market cap. And so far as of right now, we've only reached around the $787 billion market cap. But an interesting thing that I'm seeing right here is technically here on the weekly chart is we can currently see that obviously we have got pretty much a gigantic cup and handle formation that's kind of sort of, we're hoping that it plays out here. All right, so on the long-term time frame here on the weekly chart, we can clearly see that things are, because of this cup and handle structure that we've got going on here, there is a good chance that this thing could be, or that altcoins are still bullish in a long-term scenario. Okay, obviously we're all hoping for altcoins to really take off come election time, or come when rate cuts come at some point in time, and obviously this would kind of line up with that whole time frame actually. If this thing continues to go up and down for a little while, and then come September, if we end up getting rate cuts, this thing could just completely skyrate back upwards to the upside, and the overall cup and handle would eventually play out like I was just explaining. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at the daily chart though and see what the daily chart is telling us. So when we go ahead and take a look at the daily chart, as far as what we're looking at right now is we are currently going sideways here around this right around the $560 billion support level that we've got going on right in here. All right, we bottomed out way down here around the $470 billion level that we ended up creating way back here back in February of 2024. And we ended up going back up, and we ended up closing that day actually right at this support level at $509 billion. So we've got some pretty damn good support right here at the $509 billion area. Now, what we need to start seeing here is it would be nice to see the altcoin market start to rise once again and go up and start breaching these resistance areas of 620 billion we've got here, then 663 billion here, and then we've got this big one here at 720 billion. For me personally, you guys, this $720 billion area is kind of the big area that I'm personally waiting for before I personally start to feel comfortable that there's going to be another big leg with altcoins to the upside once again. And the reason why is because we had a giant double top right in here. All right, as you guys can clearly see, we had a giant double top up here. It was kind of the first big upswing that we had after the big downslope that altcoins had after it created an all-time high for this current cycle. And so if we end up getting up to that level and breaching it, that's going to make me feel like we've got momentum back in the altcoin market once again, and we've got a good solid chance to be able to go up and breach this level up here at $789 billion. All right. Now, obviously, there is still a possibility that things could turn bearish as well. If things do continue to turn bearish and, shit ends up hitting the fan once again, as you guys can clearly see, we are currently trading within a giant downslope that we've got going on right here, and there is a chance that we could end up going down as well. If we do end up going down, again, we've got very strong support here at $509 billion, so we'll be looking at that level first, and then we'll be looking at the $471 billion, and then after that, we've got the $439 billion level as well. But let's go ahead and now turn to the 4-hour chart and see what we've got going on there. All right, so this is more of an intraday type time frame right here. And as you guys can clearly see, we were in pretty much a descending triangle going on right here, as you guys can clearly see. All right, but this descending triangle, we literally just broke out of that today up to the upside, which is very, very good news, obviously, because usually with descending triangles, they end up going downwards and being extremely bearish instead of bullish. So it's good to see that, you know, things are starting to go upwards right now. But we are not out of the clear yet, all right? I will not personally start to feel comfortable that altcoins are going to be creating a higher low here. As you guys can clearly see, let me go back to the daily chart real quick. We could end up creating a higher low right in here if things end up moving back up, or if things start moving upwards from here, all right? So let me go back to the 4 hour real quick. And as you guys can clearly see, the only way that I'm going to start to feel comfortable that we have got a solid move to the upside, and we could end up having, you know, we could end up creating, this could eventually be a higher low right here, is if we end up going up and breaching past this level of $579 billion. And the reason why is because this is the current range high, the current mid-range high of the first big upswing that we had from this low that we created down here at $471 billion, all right? So this is the kind of the key level that I'm personally looking at right now on the 4 hour chart. I'm currently waiting to see if we are going to have enough momentum to break upwards past this. But otherwise, the other intraday level that I'm looking at here obviously is going to be this top level right here as well, okay? And the reason why is because this is another high that we created within this range as well. So if we end up crossing and having enough momentum to cross past this $572 billion level, then I firmly believe that we'll have enough momentum to go up and pass this $579 billion level as well, you guys. So again, we want to keep an eye on these different levels moving forward, because these are going to tell us a lot as far as what could potentially be happening. Now, if we go ahead and turn on the EMAs, I typically only use the 20 and 50 period EMAs because I'm usually trading a lot, and I usually only use the 20 and 50 EMAs when I'm trading, all right? So as you guys can clearly see, we currently are trading above both of the EMAs, which is very, very nice to see. And as you guys can clearly see right here, you can barely see it, but the 20 period is about to be on the top and the 50 is about to be on the bottom, which is usually typically good news and what you want to see when a new uptrend is starting to form. So if this is a new uptrend starting to form, we can fully expect that this 50 period EMA is going to be beneath the 20 period EMA, and we will start swooping upwards. All right, so that is kind of what we are all hoping for. As you guys can clearly see right here, you know, the EMAs ended up crossing right here, and we had the 20 period on top, 50 period on bottom, and that is what I'm kind of hoping happens right here moving forward. I'm hoping that we end up breaking out and having finally a good solid uptrend, because guess what, guys, altcoins definitely need this shit. It has been way down for way too long, and altcoins definitely need to have a good move here. So overall here, guys, before I go ahead and wrap this video up, I just wanted to do a very quick altcoin price update video here. But before I wrap this up, if you guys enjoyed this video and you feel like you got some decent value out of it, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button below to help me out, and leave me a comment below on your personal thoughts on where you think the altcoin market is going to go here in the short to midterm. And hey guys, with that said, for those of you who stuck around and watched this entire video throughout the whole thing, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate all of you. And hey guys, with that said, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see all of you in my future videos.